Hey everybody, this is Retro Challenge Gamer. Welcome back, and we're with more Mega Man Rock and Roll in the first stage, officially, of Wily Fortress. And this one is a little bit of a doozy. So we start off with some bottomless pits over water. I mean, I think we've had this in multiple Mega Man games, or at least fan games, this sort of setup, so this is nice. And it brings back some of the more annoying enemies, like the Blader ones. Overall, as long as you memorize the enemy layout here, especially these fish, this isn't a bad section. Not at all. And then after this, it turns into what you would say a Mega Man 1 Wily Fortress 1 clone, almost down to the setup here with these spikes and everything. And these little flea enemies. This whole section screams Mega Man 1. And then it changes into Mega Man 4 Wily Fortress 1 with a whole bunch of nothing but Mets. And then here's where it goes off the rails with its homages, and now it's doing its own thing. It's doing a mix of Mega Man 1 and Mega Man 4 Fortress stage gimmicks, along with stuff you've already encountered, of course, throughout the game. Trying to avoid all this stuff is a little bit hard, and here's the only enemies that actually require the Mega Buster. I said Buster only with no Mega Buster, and that is true, but just like those force field weapons or barriers that you have to use the Mega Buster on, you cannot defeat these shielded Mets without, of course, using your Mega Buster. Look at that. Boom. You knock their shield back. That's the only way to get their weak point going. And I'm not doing so good, actually. This is not really a good run. I've had better runs than this. But yeah, nothing but Mets in this stage. And the color of the plus sign actually indicates the type of Met you're up against. And I think I'll point that out once we get to some of the more unique Mets. Yes! Hornet Woman, or Vesper Woman, or whatever. If you saved her, you actually go to a separate part of the stage. It doesn't make the stage any easier, per se. In fact, it actually kind of makes it a little longer. Okay, these red... Usually the plus sign on the Mets are green, but the red ones, they split into 3 tiny Mets when you shoot them. Yeah, I'm not trusting that. That electricity goes way too fast. Hang a hard left, wait for a moment, then hard right. Now, if you wanted to go after the extra life, but it's really not worth it, especially with me doing a no-death run. It's pointless. Ow. So I thought that was a cool section with her. Very well good use of the buddy system here. I have no idea what this does. The only thing it does is it opens up this extra big energy, which I could use. I really needed that. Otherwise, I'd be struggling with the boss. And use your weapon if you want an E-Tank. I think it's the Reactor Man weapon. And of course, you got to chase down. You got to chase it down before it falls off, I think, into a pit. Oh yeah, you got to catch it before it falls into a pit. Kind of cruel that, but hey, it gives you an opportunity to at least get one E-Tank. The bubbles here will give away the Mets. Purple one. The purple one is the spinny 3-shot one, kind of like the Sniper Joe of the series. Okay, yes, you have limited time. Sliding is beneficial. Oh gosh, and you have to get back on the platform to jump here. Yeah, you have limited jumping ability when you're in the Mets. Oh my gosh! Whew. Some of these jumps, man, with these pistons, they're kind of crazy. Okay, now. Whew. Hey, little Fez hat Met, just for variety there. I like that. Okay, that was a very tricky stage. Not too many outtakes on it, but yeah, this boss seems extremely crazy at first, and I had no idea how I was going to beat him until I realized he has a hard set pattern. He always throws out that purple splitty Met the first thing, and then he starts his pattern. Okay, so let's start with, you get pulled up, you shoot, drop, go to the far side, shoot those. Then he shoots out one, Then you shoot that, then one pops up on the box. And then it repeats. That's literally the pattern. I mean, I have to like repeat this myself in my head, his pattern. But as long as you've memorized it, see, pops off, one goes on the box, another one drops. Shoot the one in the middle, or he'll fire at you. Shoot here, one drops beneath, but if you stay on the edge, you'll be fine. He drops, shoot the one, he shoots one off, then he drops two as he pulls up, drops that, one comes off, one humps up on the box, another box drops. Shoot the ones in the middle, you get a shot here, he'll drop down. Yep, he'll launch one, then two drop that fire upon you, and it repeats. There's no deviation whatsoever in this pattern. So as long as you know which Mets to destroy, I'm focusing actually right now, which Mets to destroy as you go through the battle, the easier it becomes, because then you need to focus on just those Mets. So here the middle one is the one you want to destroy. This one's a no issue. The second from the left is the one you want to destroy. Then the last two that fall are the ones you want to destroy. Oh, and this one, of course, that spins off. Okay, so you can get at least a good 3 hits in, maybe 4 if you're lucky on the pull out here. Yeah, there we go. But I would not expect to do more than that on each round, on each pass. Don't get greedy. This is a battle of attrition. It can outlast you far more than you can outlast it. And yes, if that box drops on your head, that is very much instant death. Ah, okay. I'm losing the pattern. I'm focusing too much on talking and not focusing on the pattern. Okay. I think I got this. I think I got this. Woo! Okay. Oh, did that all in one go? Not a bad first fortress stage, I can tell you right that. The difficulty and stuff is way up there already. So I'm a little nervous about what this game has in store for me, because fan games are notorious for being way more difficult than their... Oh. Okay, I guess we can't choose Megaman anymore. I guess we're going to have to go back to Roll before we proceed onward with the next stage of Megaman. Okay, so we're going to do the rooftop entrance with Roll on the next video. Huh. Anyway, we're going to save our game here. But yeah, fan games are known to be brutal in difficulty, and this one is no different. So I'm a little worried about what's to come, especially the Robot Rematch stage. That is my true terror looming ahead of me now. So until next time, everybody, see y'all later, and stay retro. The first couple outtakes are in the stage itself. It's not a very bad stage, but yes, the ledge bats got me first thing up. And then here I was admiring, wow, this is an awesome Mega Man 1 recreation. I'm going to need Rush. And then I completely undershot the first jump. You actually need to be a little further left. Now the next section is a little tricky my first time going through, because the cranes would pick me and pull me back, and I was trying to jump a little too underneath the cranes and didn't quite make that jump. Then here, this was just me not expecting what was going on in the next room and running right into those electricity bars. But this time, I'm prepared, and I still get hit. So that's when I decided, you know what, Rush Jet. But I didn't quite make that turn. I need to make a hard left. And then the rest of the outtakes are with the boss itself. This was my first attempt at me trying to figure out what the heck is even going on right now. This boss is overloading you, and yeah, instant death if the crate falls on you. The boss overloads you with so much stuff going on that you're trying to figure out, is this a pattern? Is this all random? There's so many Mets popping out everywhere shooting at me. What is even happening? Thankfully, it is totally pattern-based, and once you figure it out, he becomes extremely easy as long as you don't mess up and you manage to hit every single one of your shots on any of the Mets that happen to fire upon you. Yeah, and if he happens to drop that big gaggle of Mets on you, that actually isn't instant death. It does hurt a lot, though, but it's not instant death like the box is. All in all, this whole stage was really not that bad. The boss, once you learn him, was fairly easy.